Alright friends, welcome back to the sawmill. It took me about an hour to get this log right where I want it, guys. This is about a 6-footer, and these short logs are a real pain to get lined up on a sawmill. If I was going to design the perfect sawmill, these back stops right here on the mill that stop the log from turning over this way on you, and also you clamp with them, I would design one with multiple. There's 4 on this one. They're hydraulic, they work just fine. But man alive, what would it cost to put 8 in here? You know, it would really help. But this sawmill could definitely use a few more back stops here. But that's for another video, another day right there, guys. So I got it lined up on here, and this right here is a very important log, friends. This is a black walnut log. It has crotch on the top. It's right at 6 feet in length. The diameter right here on the operator's side is about 24 inches. But down here on the other side, where the real good stuff's going to be hiding, it's 30 plus. And I'll probably have to do a little trimming with the chainsaw to get it to fit in the wide head, because it flares out to probably 35 or so. So we might have to do a little chainsaw work, but that's okay. We'll square these up after they dry out here in a couple of years, and we'll look over that little offcut there on the end. No big deal at all. The reason this timber here, guys, is so important is because of where it came from. Back in 2016, there was a terrible fire down in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That's about 90 minutes down the road from here. And if you're familiar with this area, you know all about that. That was a terrible occurrence right there. Lost a lot of timber. A lot of people lost their lives. But after that was over with, there was a hotel that had a lot of damage up there, and they had to run new utilities for the entire town. And due to that, this walnut tree right here, I don't think it had any damage at all from the fire, but it had to be removed because of all the construction going on. So the hotel owner reached out to me. He was looking to sell this tree, but at that time, I didn't really have the means to go down there and haul a tree back on a major highway with a decent trailer, take the tree down in a location that it was in. I didn't have that high dollar liability insurance, and I really didn't have the money at the time, to be honest with you. So I sent my good buddy a message, who's a log buyer, and he snatched it up real fast, sent a crew down there to pick it up. They had it back here within a day. Now, even though I didn't buy it at that time, me and him always talked about this tree, hoping that I would finally get my hands on it eventually, because of the story that's behind it. But it really is amazing, guys, that this log is here with us today. My friend left that company shortly after he bought this timber, went to a different company, stayed there for a few years and went back, and he found this log in a warehouse shortly after returning. And the reason we know this is the Gatlinburg crotch walnut log, for one, I kept the picture of it. I knew exactly what it was when he sent it to me. And number 2, there's a barcode down here on the far end that they trace all their timber with. So this is the walnut log that we had in mind back in 2016. It's been on the ground for probably right at 4 years now. Most of that time was inside of a covered warehouse, so it's not seen a lot of weather or nothing like that. I went and picked it up last fall and brought it over here. And I think it's going to be a great one, guys. It's going to have some nice crotch figure here at the top. There's some signs of maybe some possible curl as well over here on the side where the bark has been removed. And I'm just so happy, guys, I got this thing here today. Stick here with me, guys. Gatlinburg crotch walnut. Probably the only one in the world right there. It's going to be a good one. God, guys, that was tight right there. Man alive, it was tight. I barely fitted it through the cut throat of the wide head on that far end. That was close. These real wide cuts, guys, you gotta go slow. You can't go real fast through them, even if you have a fresh blade on there. That's a 4° 045 double hard Wood-Mizer blade. It's got about 300 board feet on it so far. I might be able to finish this log with it, I'm not sure. These wide cuts are hard on a blade, guys. That's why you gotta go slow to make sure you stay flat. Beautiful. Not too bad on the first slab of the day. That's really nice right there. This should look pretty good. Oh, I about forgot, guys. Real fast, we'll throw some water on this thing to get going. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Eric over at Lowe's on West Stone Drive. He brought us some buckets by the other day because he watches this channel and he knows the most important tool here at the Sawmill, other than the Wood-Mizer, is the water bucket, because they make these slabs look so nice. But thanks for the buckets, Eric. We'll put them to good use here, buddy. Really appreciate it. Before we put a new blade on the Sawmill, let's take a quick look at the third slab of the day right here. And my goodness, this is a nice one, guys. Right here at the top, at the widest point, we're looking at 30 inches on the width. Anything over 12 inches in black walnut, guys, is premium. Anything over 24, in my opinion, is hard to find and kind of rare. And this right here is a good one, guys. That's nice right there. 30 inches on the width at the widest point. And that is also where the crotch figure comes down right there. So you got the best of both worlds. And something else here, guys. This is just ridiculous here on the character of this slab. Very limited sapwood right there. You got about 1.5 inches of sapwood and that's it. On the other side, it's less than that. So limited defects here, limited sapwood, crotch figure, 30 plus inches wide. The list goes on, guys. This is the good stuff. All right, friends, Christmas in March. Man, I'm making a mess up here. That's okay. It's worth it.
I am no miner. I am no cutter. I breathe, don't let it heal. Holding truth in my hands. But where will we go? Where will we go, my love? Where will we go?
Christmas in April. It's March. It's not even April. It's March, Nathan. My goodness. All right, guys, we are ready to go right here. I took about an hour to get this log where I wanted it, and I'm crooked again. Why can I not get this camera straight? Ugh, goodness. All right, friends, after about 1 hour of fooling with this log, fooling. That's a Def Leppard song, I think. Good Lord. Hour of fooling around, meaning this log is fooling around, it looks like. Time for a new word. Where I want it, guys, I'm telling you, these short logs can be a real pain in the you-know-what. You know what they're a pain in and you know what. That sounds silly as well.